Hey guys, so remember how I got arrested, let out on parole, got kidnapped, and then thrown into a warehouse? So I was living in that warehouse for a bit, but it dawned on me I have no food there. Out of options, I decided to start, walking home. I tried hailing a taxi, but apparently my phone's Wi-Fi made it hard to hear me. They couldn't make out a word I was saying. You know, it's not just over the phone where hearing things is important. Video games, movies, TV shows, audiobooks, all sorts of things use auditory clues to alert the audience to emotional cues.
Is this gonna be on the murder?
While also providing feedback for interactions. An example of this would be Foley. It's the process by which the editing team works to make something sound real. All the clangs, clinks, and other sound effects that tell you that, yes, Alvin and the Chipmunks are actually alive. Now, Foley ain't cheap. If you want to do it right, you need all sorts of equipment. If you want the sound of glass breaking, well, buy a glass pane, a big hammer, and smash it. However, the results speak for themselves. Like this scene from Transformers of Bumblebee peeing on someone. Think how much less realistic this scene would be without the urination sounds. Video games use sound effects in so many little ways you may not even realize it. Designers have to create sound effects that not only enhance the believability of the environment, but also communicate both success and failure to the player. These little pieces of info are communicated in so many different ways, but it never seems distracting. You, as the player, aren't being overwhelmed by UI and outlines and random info. You just hear a sound and say, huh, that sounded like I won! Or hey, that sounded bad. Now, as a solo game developer, I don't have money or time or energy or patience or talent to make all these sounds from scratch. I was gonna need some help. And by help, I mean I bought a bunch of sound effects off the internet. Yep, a few hours of downloading zip folders and looking through a bunch of stock sound effects. Well, that takes care of that. I had a collection of noises that made my game come to life. Kind of. I don't know, man. There's still something lifeless about the characters. The world feels alive, but the characters don't. This is where the second part of sound design comes in. Voice acting. Now, I bet you're asking, what's the big deal with voice acting? All you do is read stuff off a script. In fact, I'm doing that right now. But here's the issue. I don't know if you've noticed, but my voice sounds like an ostrich with phlegm in its throat trying to do a Jerry Seinfeld impression. Considering this game has, more than 2 characters, I can't voice every single one of them, and if I did, it'd probably get pretty grating. This meant I had no choice. I had to pay people to voice act. Here's the thing, I was not excited to be spending money on this game. Keep in mind, I've been living in a factory since the last devlog. I have no source of income. But with how the cutscenes in my game are animated, I needed to add something to make them feel, you know, not like a PowerPoint slideshow. Yeah, I was initially considering just making them do a Banjo-Kazooie type of talking. That would have been stupid. So I bit the bullet and got an account on Fiverr. I decided to hire 3 voice actors, Simon Gorman, who will be playing Bouncer and Dirappen, Isaac D. Minor, who will be playing Gabriel and Aaron, and then Alice J., who will be playing Ava and Disa. They were all fantastic to work with, and I'll be leaving their Fiverr pages in the description below if you want to check them out. Oh, and my friend Jeff is voice acting as Ben.
Nah.
Apart from that, I myself am voicing the Dirappen, which is pretty much just my voice, but ripped up into little chunks. As well as Engineer 01 and the enemy characters. Remember how I said the enemies sounded really lifeless? Well, don't worry, I fixed it, because now enemies scream for their life upon death. I also added some new stuff into the game. It used to be that you just pick up weapons off the ground, but now you buy them in an item shop. You'll earn coins by collecting them and being rewarded with them upon completion of a stage. You can use these to purchase weapons, with the current demo having 4 fully functioning guns. In addition to coins, you can also now collect health pickups, just to make it a bit easier for players to avoid dying. Also, there's now a ranking screen which is graded based on your score in each level. These last few months were a lot of polishing up and adding some occasional bonus features to make a playable demo. Speaking of which, there should be a playable demo this September at Sage 2023. But with all that said, where the heck am I?